Hello, I'm Caspian Chalice and you're watching Buckingham News live at 5 in this week's programme. The UK being a nation of dog owners and pub lovers, the Woolpack has been entered into the Dog Friendly Pub Awards. Dodgems, Hooker Duck, haunted houses and more rolled into town for Buckingham's Charter Fair. And residents of Hamilton House Care Home get a special visit from Eric the Shetland. The Woolpack has been nominated for the Dog Friendly Pub Awards. The competition aims to find the pub that is the most welcoming to our canine friends, as voted for by the public. Alex Shattuck reports.
Dog Buddy run an organisation that help owners find someone to take care of their dog while they're away. They are on the hunt to find the UK's most dog-friendly pubs. There will be a short list of 12 regional pubs and the winner will be chosen and crowned Dog Friendly Pub of the Year. The judges include CEO of Dog Buddy and someone from the RSPCA.
The UK is a nation of dog lovers, with 24% of the population owning a dog, but what we love more is to go to the pub for a drink. However, a third of the UK dog owners struggle to find a pub that is dog friendly. Dog Buddy hopes to help pub goers find a pub for them and their dog.
So we're advertising the magazine, so we then went online and registered the pub, so then people can go on and vote for becoming the Dog Friendly Pub of the Year. We've always accepted dogs here, but a lot of people don't know that, so it's good to have this website where they can go ahead and say yes, they're dog friendly, and they know they can come in.
Woolpack has been nominated to take part in the competition and has been described as a nice relaxed dog-friendly pub, always water for dogs, on the competition site. The winners receive a Dog Buddy Dog-Friendly Pub National Winner Plaque and Trophy and a whole year's supply of delicious dog treats.
Amy Spate, the Senior Account Executive at Dog Buddy, said,
"It is important because it's promoting dog welfare within the UK and highlighting all the best pubs to go to. Pub culture is such a prominent fact in British life."
The competition ends on the 31st of August, so get voting on the Dog Buddy pub site to support the Woolpack, one of Buckingham's local pubs. This is Alex Shattuck for Buckingham News.
The annual University of Buckingham Law Ball was held at the town's Villiers Hotel on Friday. Over 100 staff and students were in attendance at the Law Society event. One of them was Anna Durnison, who has this report.
The Law Ball is one of the most important events on the social calendar at the university, and it was with excitement in the air that partygoers arrived at the Villiers Ballroom.
The evening kicked off with a champagne reception, followed by a three-course meal and a speech by the Dean of Law, Susan Edwards. The guest of honor, Lord Scott, also spoke, sharing some anecdotes from his past as a judge.
Every year a theme for the ball is chosen, and this year it was a murder mystery, with all guests partaking in a role-playing game, trying to figure out who had committed the murder.
What's important about this evening is that we're bringing students together, freshers are here, students who are leaving in December are here, and it's an opportunity just to relax, to be with one another. There's nothing more levelling.
Well, the food has been delicious, the company has been delightful, and nothing more can be expected of any evening's meal.
On one of the biggest nights out in Buckingham, the fashion was front and center, with beautiful gowns and freshly pressed suits on show.
Tonight was a fabulous night, thanks to everybody who came, and it couldn't have been any better.
The party went on through the night, with revelers returning to the Old Town Law Mill for a Law Society after party. A great way to end a successful evening. This is Anna Durnison reporting for Buckingham News.
Local historian Michael Gorelli gave a talk on the history and archaeology of the 15th century Hillsdon Church at Buckingham's Old Jail. Dedicated to All Saints, the church is a Grade 1 listed building. Zoe Briggs has been to find out more.
Hillsdon Church, restored by famed architect Sir George Gilbert Scott, born in nearby Gaucourt, is a Grade 1 listed building still bearing the scars of musket holes from its besiegement by Oliver Cromwell's forces during the English Civil War, and known as the Cathedral in the Fields due to it being adjacent to a deer park.
But what is the future for Hillsdon? Local historian Michael Gorelli tried to answer this question and other questions about the support of the Church of England for similar churches with small congregations here at the Old Jail.
We are getting money from English Heritage and other bodies which give grants, but whether they will be able to keep financing it if there is no money at all coming in from the parish, don't know.
Today, Hillsdon stands as a historical relic of a key period in English history, but time and weather plus a small congregation have forced it to consider its future.
The future for Hillsdon and other churches remains uncertain as funding is not enough. Let's hope that the historic relic will remain and not fall into disrepair. This is Zoe Briggs for Buckingham News.
Last month, the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development published the results of a test that compared the ability of graduates in different countries in its annual Education at a Glance report. The results show a very different map of higher education that is dominated by US and UK universities such as Harvard and Oxford. Mariam Unjay has the story.
The two top spots for the highest performing graduates in the world are occupied by Japan and Finland, according to the latest report from the OECD. Andrej Schleicher, the OECD Education Director, says the result shows ability levels can vary hugely among people with similar qualifications. In this case, the OECD tested literacy skills with graduates from Japan and Finland most likely to succeed on the test. We ask how Buckingham students prepare for their exams.
I portray myself as a lecturer, so if I can teach other people as I learned, then that's the kind of confirmation that I learned.
The demonstration before the exam, like brainstorming.
Write down every single note and organize information.
We go through the past exam papers, find similarities and just prepare for them.
The United Kingdom and the United States ranked 8th and 9th on the list respectively, but what more can be done to help the students during their testing exam periods?
Generally, I run revision sessions immediately before the exam, but in terms of preparing the work all the way through to the course, I think there's a clear line about what needs to be revised for the exam. So it's simply a question of making it as clear as you can while you're teaching the course.
Here at the University of Buckingham, the exam season is just around the corner. Students and staff are preparing as well as they can for the most important weeks of the year. This is Mariam Jai reporting for Buckingham News.
In other news, the Create Research Hub at the University of Buckingham, launched in 2015, draws together different strands of expertise and performance research currently undertaken in the psychology department. Studies have included projects as varied as creativity and the Michelin-starred chef, motivation and cognitive profile of world-class hackers, and championship performance in Rummy Cup. If you have an idea for any research project in a niche area outside of business and sport, go to their website. Now over to sports with Yuan Yuan.
Thank you, Caspian. The University of Buckingham football team continued their losing streak in the North Bucks and District Football League over the weekend. Playing a home game against Buckingham United, the university side losing 7-2, Roberto Baboy was at the match.
This Division 1 fixture began poorly for the host, conceding the opening goal from the penalty spots just minutes into the game. 3 more Buckingham United goals were then added before an own goal opened the university's account, the league's bottom side going into the interval 4-1 down. The gulf in class and gap in the scoreline widened as the second half went on, with Buckingham United's dominance further asserted after the university lost a player to a red card following a scuffle with an opponent. The final scoreline reading 7-2 in favour of the visitors.
Well, the table says we're at the bottom because we've literally lost all our games, but chances of winning the league is quite far right now. We have to win all the games left that we've got.
This latest defeat sees the University of Buckingham further in the mire at the bottom of the table and hoping for a change in fortunes before it's too late. This is Roberto Baboy reporting for Buckingham News.
Increasing the number of female sporting participants has always been prone to an issue here in Buckingham. But with many new students coming in, 2 female-dominated sports have seen their numbers improve dramatically. Mino Omagumi has been to find out more.
This year's Sports and Societies Fair saw a great many new members sign up for sport, and 2 of the greatest successes of the day were the cheerleading and netball societies, with interest growing massively for both. The Buckingham Bullets, the university's cheer squad, is historically one of Buckingham's most successful societies, and so, in gaining the attendance of more than 20 students at its first session of the term, the likelihood is that their success will continue.
So this term we're going to encourage more conditioning so that all of our cheerleaders are like high levels of fitness so that we can compete in higher national sort of competitions. We're taking it a bit more seriously this term because we've got quite a few members, so we can have a full cheer squad rather than just a stunt team.
Netball, also traditionally a female sport, has also seen a great increase in the number of people participating.
I do believe that the university is encouraging females to take part in sport because females actually have come out to play other sports, such as thinking about a women's football team. So it has actually encouraged females to take part in sports.
The popularity of these two sports will hopefully work as an incentive for more girls to play sports and bring more success to Buckingham's teams. This is Mina Magomi, Buckingham News.
That's it for the sports roundup this week. Now back to Caspian in the studio.
A residential care home in Buckingham had a rather unusual visitor last week, and we don't mean Buckingham News. A Shetland pony from a local stable was brought in to meet some of the excited residents. Owen Stories was our main man on this story.
Meet Eric. He's 3 years old, barely a metre tall, but this Shetland pony from Padbury is about to make wishes come true for one care home resident here in Buckingham. Edna is 101 years old, making her 98 years Eric's senior, but thanks to the Wishing Well programme at the Hamilton House where she lives, Edna has been able to see and pet a horse for the first time since she was young.
She was very excited because she loves animals to bits and they've been a big part of her life. And I think before the occasion she didn't quite understand, what was going to happen and why, but when it was here she was very excited about it, and it's just made her very happy.
Some of the other residents were able to feed the pony treats, such as apples and mints, whilst others were happy to just watch on from the warmth of the conservatory.
This is what we're all about as Brighter Kind, making sure that if there's something a resident wants and something they're passionate about, we're going to help them to fulfil those wishes. So it's really lovely to be a small part of that.
Residents can request anything through the programme, from teddy bears to day trips out, depending on their capabilities.
It's just a funded sort of event that we do for the residents, just so that they get something before they leave this world. It's just to give them happiness and to make them be happy, and we just want to make them happy, and that's what the Wishing Well does.
Following the success of today's event, the care home will look into bringing their tiny visitor back in the summer. This is Owen Hughes for Buckingham News.
Penne, spaghetti, linguine, tagliatelle. Pasta has become the staple dish of traditional Italian recipes and 10-minute student meals. The 24th of October was World Pasta Day, first created in 1995 to celebrate the noodle. We sent Scott Stanley to make a recipe to celebrate this special day.
Pasta is of great culinary and cultural importance. After being brought back in Marco Polo from China to Italy, it quickly became famous. While being a staple of Italian cuisine, the Chinese had been eating noodles as early as 3000 BC. To celebrate this special day, we'll be preparing a simple yet traditional Italian dish, aglio e olio, or simply garlic and oil. You will need the following ingredients: 2 cloves of garlic, 1 chili pepper or chili flakes, 120 grams of spaghetti, olive oil, parsley, and Parmesan cheese. Start by cutting the garlic and chili and add to a pan before adding olive oil. Toast on a medium heat and be careful not to burn and make the garlic bitter. Add salt and pepper. Cook the spaghetti until al dente. Add the noodles to the sauce with some starchy pasta water. Add the Italian parsley and cheese if you wish. Here you go, a simple and easy recipe for a tasty aglio e olio. There are many variations, some including beef and even shrimp. This is Scott Stanley reporting for Buckingham News.
Hooker Duck, the Waltzers, Candy Floss and Flashing Lights. The annual Charter Fair took over Buckingham Town Centre last week, allowing everyone to enjoy the music and the madness. The fairground was set up on 2 consecutive Saturdays in October, and it commemorates the charters given by Mary Tudor in 1554 and Charles II in 1684. We've put together a special montage of all the excitement and, of course, the best rides. Thank you for watching Buckingham News. We'll see you next week.